Welcome to Study Vlog YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see a previous year question of CAT, which is from 2019 and falls under progressions and series. So let's begin. The number of common terms in the two sequences given is. So let us consider the first sequence, which is having a common difference of 4. And then the second sequence have the common difference of 5. We need to just find the common terms where the second term of both the sequences are same. Okay. But what is the problem here is that two sequences are different and those two sequences have different difference. Okay. In order to make the difference equal, we have to take LCM of the differences, which is 4 and 5. We got it as 20. So now let us take the common difference d is equal to 20 and let the first term be 19 as it is a. And there can't be any common term greater than 415 because the first sequence ends with 415 but the second sequence continues until 464. So let us take the formula of arithmetic progression in finding the term. So Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Let's consider the difference d and we don't know what is the number of terms. Let's consider the last term as 415, but we don't know whether the 415 is going to be the last term or below than 415 can be any one of the terms. So let's consider the 415 is either greater than or equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, where a is 19 plus n minus, we don't know the number of terms, that is what we have to find, and into 20. Now, so 415 minus 19 is greater than or equal to n minus 1 into 20. Then 396 is greater than or equal to n minus 1 and we will divide it by 20. Then we can say that 396 by 20 plus 1 is greater than or equal to n. Obviously, n is less than or equal to 416 by 20. So n is less than or equal to, it is going to be having, we can cancel like 400 is the common, is a multiple of 20 such that we got 20.8. So n is less than or equal to 20. Of course, in the options we have uh, less than 20, less than or equal to 20 also, but we want number of common terms in the two sequences. So obviously we will select, of course the 20 is there, so we select n is equal to 20. Okay. Let's solve in another way such that if we can see every 20th term because of the LCM is going to be equal, but 20 is the difference. So let's take like every fourth term, every not every fourth term, every fifth term, because 4 into 5 are 20, right? So every fifth term of sequence 1 and every fourth term of sequence 2 are equal, but only after the second term because we are considering 19, right? We are considering the 19 which is common in both cases. So after the second term, okay, next. So in order to find separately, we are just finding in another way. In order to find separately, we're going to consider the first sequence 415, which is equal to same formula of the arithmetic progression, finding the nth term. Then it is having first term as 15, and we don't know how many terms are there, and the common difference is 4, such that we can find n, right? How many terms are there? So by finding in this case, we have n is equal to 101, and for the second sequence, we have 464, which is equal to 14 is the first number in the sequence. So 14 plus m minus 1 into 5, because in order to not confuse with the terms, number of terms of first sequence and second sequence, I split as n and m. Then here m is going to be 91. So you can see that starting from the third term, okay, that is after the second term, it's going to be the third term. So we say that the sequence 1 has 90, sorry, 101 terms, and sequence 2 has 91. But what we are doing is that we are going to divide it with 5 times, because of every fifth term of the sequence is equal and every fourth term in case of second. So 101 minus 2, that is after two terms only we are considering, the third term we are considering, divided by, in this case it is 91 minus same 2 divided by 4, because of every fourth term of the sequence 2 is equal. In this case it is 99 by 5, which is approximately 19, and in this case it is 89 by 4, which is approximately 22. And as you already know that we haven't considered that first number, which is 19, in this both cases already the 1 should be added. So in both cases I will be adding in sequence 1 it is 1 plus 19, and in sequence 2 it is 22, sorry, 1 plus 22. So in this case it is 20 terms, and in this case it is 23. So in both cases, which will be having the lesser number is going to be the answer. So 20. There are 20 common terms. Okay. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.